Amber and Erica, can you hear me? This is Katie.
Hello.
Yep, sure can.
Oh, hey,
Okay.
Katie.
As we call your name, if you could come on camera, we just want to make sure that we can hear you and you can hear us. So unmute your microphone and come on camera. We'd love to be able to put a face with a name. And then you can feel free to go back on mute and you can stay on camera if you like. Let's see. Zoom user doesn't have a name. Hi, Zoom user. You probably don't even know.
So I'm connected.
Is that
with
you,
both my
Katie?
phones.
Girl,
I
I
think
didn't know that
so.
was you.
I think so.
Okay, that is you. I heard your voice. Hi, Katie.
Hi.
Let's see. MSM Net Security.
Hi, my name is Mark with MSM Net Security.
Hi, Mark.
Hi,
How are
Mark.
you?
Hello.
And you can hear us just fine, I guess.
Yes.
Let's see. Who else do we have? Eric Young.
Hi, my name is Eric Young. I'm the co-founder of Prime Vector in Indianapolis, and we have operations in Pittsburgh and Atlanta as well. Prime Vector innovates repeatable processes and to help organizations operate better. So we do Lean and Six Sigma documentation and continuous improvement.
All right. Thanks for that introduction. We are going to do introductions as soon as we get started. Right now, we're just trying to make sure everybody's audio is working.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, thank you.
That's absolutely fine. I'm glad
Leading
you're
the way,
here,
Eric.
and we are really excited that you're here. Marshall Williams, we just want to make sure your audio is working.
Yes. I can hear you
Okay,
better.
thank you. Welcome. Les Simpson.
Yes, it's fine.
Okay, thank you. John Licht.
John Light.
Light, my apologies.
Yeah, during the Great Recession, I had to take the bar off the G and pawn it for grocery money, and that's why I spelled L-I-C-H-T, but pronounced L-I-G.
All right, we got a comic in the house. Okay, we'll take it. Mr. P, can you hear us?
Yeah, hi. Yeah, I'm Pete
Hi.
Matakakis. I'm a solar generation. in
All
St. Louis.
right, thanks for being here. Elsie.
How are you guys?
Hi, how are you? Thanks for being here. Let's see, I gotta move. Gregory Green.
Hello there, Gregory Green, Decatur, Illinois. How are you all?
Good, doing good. Thanks for being here. Let's see, who else do we have? Kevin Raleigh.
Hey, this is Kevin. Don't know if the video's working. I'm on my phone. Hopefully you can see me.
That's okay. That's okay. Thanks for being here. Shalane Herod or Harad. Can you hear us? She may have stepped
Yes, I can
away.
hear you. Hello. Good morning, everybody.
Hi, good morning. Thanks for being here. Eva Renee Powers. Can you hear us okay?
I am here.
Okay, thank you. Welcome.
Thank you.
Making sure I didn't miss anybody. I know I see a couple of Ameren folks here.
I see someone with a Q126400.
That's me, Amber.
Okay.
Yeah, those E and Q numbers are Ameren ID numbers. I think that is everyone. Oh, Joshua Bartlett.
Joshua Bartlett. Yeah.
It's okay. I get overlooked sometimes. I can hear you and I can see you.
All right. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Okay, everyone. Welcome. We're so excited that you joined us today. We have some really exciting content to share with you today. So welcome to Growing and Glowing, how to grow your business in energy efficiency. My name is Erica Dominic. I work with Walker Miller Energy Services. We are an energy efficiency implementer for Ameren, Illinois. So we partner with them on various energy efficiency programs that they offer to their residential and business customers. And I will let the rest of the Ameren and Walker Miller team introduce themselves.
Hi, everyone. I am Amber Anderson. I'm an assistant program manager with the Walker Miller Energy Services team. Erica and I work together in DE&I, diversity, equity, and inclusion. So I'm excited to be here today and excited to see all of you here today. So thanks for joining us.
I'll go ahead and go, Erica. So my name is Katie Miller. Good morning, everyone. I am the Director of Portfolio Operations and Strategic Initiatives at Leidos for the Ameren, Illinois Energy Efficiency Program. And I handle all of the procurement and contracting processes between our partners and Ameren, Illinois and Leidos Corporate. So it is great to be with everyone today.
And Katie is going to be sharing the procurement process with you all today, which it would just be kind of a sneak peek into what to expect in the event that you are selected for a procurement opportunity. Anyone else from Ameren on the call? I think I saw Jan.
Hi. I'm Jan Jacobs Brown. I'm with Ameren, Illinois Energy Efficiency Team. I'm a consultant on the team, and I do a lot of the back office work, like helping to get statements of work in place, contracts in place. So I'm happy to be here today to hear the information.
All right. Thanks, Jan.
Thank you.
Anybody else from Ameren on that would like to introduce themselves? I think that might be it. Okay, well, we will move right along and go ahead and get started. We always start every meeting, webinar off with a safety message because safety is our number one priority. So today we're going to talk about stress. Stress, as we know, has been high on the list for most everyone living in the world today. We know that many of us are facing challenges that can be super stressful, especially as a result of COVID. And stress can be overwhelming and cause really strong emotions. Public health actions and COVID-19 experiences, as well as on top of that, just everyday life experiences and responsibilities increase stress and anxiety. So really learning how to cope with those stressors in a healthy way can make you and the people that you care about and those around you become more resilient. So just wanted to share some healthy ways to cope with stress, which is to take care of your body, your physical body. Take some time to unwind, and not just your physical body, but also your mental space. Taking some time to unwind helps to relax your body and helps to renew your mind. And it also helps you to just unwind. Connecting with others can help to release stress. Praying or meditating, and then volunteering your time with community or faith-based organizations can also help to reduce and to cope with stress because it helps you connect with others. Giving back usually gives you that sense of feeling good about yourself and really having the ability to help others who may be less fortunate than you are. So hopefully you can take some of those away to help deal with any stress that you might be experiencing. This is our agenda for today. We kind of already did our introductions, but we will give each of you an opportunity to introduce yourself, your business, and share a little bit about what your business does. We're going to share a little bit about the Energy Efficiency Program with you, who Walker Miller Energy Services are. Most of you probably have not heard of us, but today you will. We're also going to do a little deep dive into what the Diverse Vendor Procurement Program is, which is why you all are all here today. We're also going to share some best practices for requests for proposal bidders. We have a couple of current procurement and RFP opportunities available that we will be sharing with you. And then we'll talk about next steps and how to contact us if you have questions. And then we're also going to share some business resources with you as part of the appendix. So for our introductions today, if you could please, as we call your name, just so everybody's not talking over each other, say your name, your business name, and what product or service your business offers. And we will start with, the end of the line this time instead of the beginning.
Hey, Erica, are we recording this session?
You know, I always forget that.
I just thought about it. I'm like, we really want to capture everybody's introduction.
So we're getting ready to start the recording, which we should have done 5 minutes ago. So my apologies. Let's see. I always
recording in progress.
Okay, so now we're going to start with our introduction. So as we call your name, if you could please just state your name, your business name, and the product or service that your business provides. And we're going to start with Eva Renee Powers. And if you can come on camera so we can connect your name with your face, would be lovely.
Well, right now I cannot come on camera. I do
And that's
apologize. I have little people here. And they will be all on the camera with me, so I apologize.
And that's okay. We welcome little people during this time. It's okay, but whatever you're comfortable with.
Well, again, my name is Eva Renee Powers. I have been in business for more than 12 years. My business name is Miss Eva's Administrative Concierge and Administrative Services. And we also do errand services as well. I'm sorry, I screwed that all up. It's Miss Eva's Administrative Concierge and Errand Services. I also have a second business, which is Candy Kids International Candies, where we do importing and exporting. One of the reasons that I'm on here, I want to know more about the services and procurement. I have a strong background in procurement, so I'm trying to find out if there's any way that I can get additional service, service and knowledge, so that I can become a part of this amazing format.
Thank you, Eva. Welcome.
Thank you.
Let's see, MSM Net Security.
Hi, my name is Mark Marsh. I'm with MSM Net Security. We provide cybersecurity services, governance, risk, and compliance, as well as assessment, security assessment services. We also now provide physical security for plant data center locations where there's like sensitive systems and data. We send out operative.
Uh-oh. Did we lose his sound?
Risk posture. And we're just launching our Meta store. We are a tech data reseller.
I think he's having some technical difficulties and doesn't realize it. So I'm not sure if he can you hear us? Okay. Can you hear us? I thought he unfroze. Okay. Let's see. We'll move on to the next person and we'll go with Eric Young.
Hi, I'm Eric Young, and I'm the co-founder of Prime Vector, and based out of Indianapolis. Prime Vector innovates repeatable processes to help organizations operate better. So we help with continuous improvement of processes. We use principles such as ISO 9000, Lean, Toyota Production System, Six Sigma. So oftentimes we'll have a process that has a lot of variation in it, and we'll help our clients standardize that process, then optimize it using the principles of Lean and Six Sigma, and then help them manage that. So we may create a dashboard so you can look at key performance indicators once the process is stabilized and improved. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Next we'll go to John Licht. I said it wrong again, didn't I?
Hi, I'm John Light, Navy veteran, Vietnam, serial entrepreneur. I'm involved in a couple of different projects. I'm working with manufacturers rep for a company that manufactures 3D printers for metal applications. And I'm involved in a startup aviation company with a couple of other vets. That's kind of me in a nutshell. I've active in a lot of veteran organizations such as Bunker Labs, which is a national veteran small business incubator, and National Association of Veteran-Owned Businesses. Kind of a resource, so reach out to me and I'll be glad to share information that I may have.
You want to put your contact information in, please?
Do what?
Contact information in chat.
Definitely. I'll put it on the chat.
Thank you.
Thank you for your service, John. We're going to move right along to, let's see, Marshall Williams.
Hey, everybody. My name is Marshall Williams. I'm president and CEO of Williams Distribution. Williams Distribution is a chemical and analytical lab equipment distributor based in Indianapolis. Some of the chemicals that we would offer the energy sector would be your wastewater treatment chemicals, which would be, your bleach, caustic, sulfuric acid, for the pH adjustment. We also represent Fisher Scientific or Thermo Fisher Scientific, which we pull a lot of our analytical lab equipment from, as well as another manufacturer called Lab Tech. So any water treatment testing, anything that's used in the lab, including the reagents and even the safety equipment. So your nitrile gloves, even the whole gowns and suits and everything that someone would wear at a energy plant, we can offer that. Thank you.
Thank you. Gregory Green.
Good morning again. Gregory Green. My company is Infinite Maintenance Supplies, and we are a supplier of a variety of different products, electrical, plumbing, HVAC, paints, and we also have heavy equipment and general equipment rental and leases in our portfolio. We are at this time an Illinois Department of Transportation certified DBE. And that's all I have.
Thank you so much. Les Simpson.
Yes. I have a company called Wellness Tech Plus. In fact, it's very interesting that you start off with stress and mental wellness, because that's what we do. I represent Emotional Freedom Technique. Now, this is, pardon me, a proven technique that uses the meridians of the body and tapping with the fingers. I just did a 12-minute presentation for Novoba, and I have the link in there. You can watch it. But first off, we've been working with sports for 10 years. And the Oregon State baseball credits us for 2 years of winning the World Series. In 3 to 5 minutes, we reduce stress. And we do it by taking the body from fight and flight to rest and relax by tapping on meridians. That brings the body much more relaxed. The brain can work. Plus the fact that it really allows the team to work better. There's many team championships in sports that credit EFT. And so we're now bringing this to business. And the way I'm doing that is we're doing pilot studies. I go into the corporation, work for 3 or 4 days, work with the different divisions, the board of directors, the C-suite, the executives, the accounting. Because to give you an idea, the last time you were in a heated argument with somebody, if you think about it, you couldn't think. Your body was in fight or flight. And so the blood in your brain drains out. It goes to your heart and it goes to your the eyes so you can see anything coming to that's going to kill you, and it goes to your muscles. When we bring you out of stress, your mind starts trying to find ways to work with your employees. And so we're looking for companies that want to do case studies and figure out what's going on here. I usually charge $5,000 to come in. Right now, while we're doing the case studies, I do $3,000 for 3 or 4 days, and we can also do it online. But watch the 12-minute video. And again, we have over 50 articles in sports that say we are the answer. And everybody that's on here, if they want to call me or email me, I have a 30-minute free session. The 2 things I'm going to do in that is, number 1, I'm going to increase your lung or breathing capacity by 10 to 20% with this technique. The sports love it. And second, I'm going to reframe one of your memories. We have one signature program. It starts off with how to eliminate the fear of failure. And the other one is how to reframe your beliefs that say you can't. Now you can put you can't whatever. I can't meet the boss's quota. I can't get along with my fellow employees. I can't figure out how to do the job. So anybody that wants to contact me, talk about your company being part of this pilot, or at least getting the 30-minute free session. And my contact information is in the chat.
Right. Thank you for that.
You bet.
Let's see who's next. Joshua Bartlett.
All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Josh Bartlett with ACE Consulting, based out of Kentucky. So if you hear that accent, sorry about that. But we are a nationwide staffing. Hello, John. Good to see you again. Small world.
I love the accent.
But we're a staffing agency in a sense where we have been in the last 15 years supplying our partners across the U.S. with superintendents, project managers, site super individuals, site safety health officers, as well as I think it's site safety superintendents, QCs, SHOs. And again, we're not shy to any type of staffing solution for our partners out there. So when it comes into the power industry, if there's any lineman folks, something that's going to make sense for us to get in at your all's level to help facilitate some of those personnel needs that we all are experiencing across the nation right now. We also have some training that we can bring in, just like John. We are in a lot of veteran groups as well. So there's a wealth of networks that we're in, especially with Vistage and Veterans in Procurement is another big organization that I'm a part of that has many industries associated with that. So again, if there's anything that you all have a pinch point with, we could definitely support at least somehow with our services or with a connection that we can bring to your all's table.
Okay, thank you for that. Elsie? And I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, good.
So my name is Elsie Ramos. I'm a client success manager with EX3 Labs. So EX3 Labs is an experience design and digital innovation firm. We're based here in Chicago. Some of our core services include, but they're definitely not limited to, mobile application development, data dashboards and visualizations, and digital transformation.
Thank you. Kevin Raleigh.
I am with Power Technical Services. We've been in business for a little over 20 years. Primarily, we do electrical testing and commissioning for power utilities. And I'm currently looking to expand our client base to other utilities such as Ameren or the contractors that work for those utilities that require electrical testing support.
Okay.
That's about it, I guess.
Thank you for that. I think there's a new name here, Joshua Ivory. Can you hear us? Okay, we'll move on to Shalane.
Hello, everybody. My name is Shalane Harrod. I'm owner operator of Laney's Root Daycare Home, and I also do foster care and special needs care. And I'm also a member and of SEIU union, and I'm a instructor of CPR, first aid. I'm a facilitator and instructor for online classes for childcare.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for coming. I think we have one more, Pete.
Hey, that's me. Yeah, my name is Pete Yanakakis. I'm president and CEO of Solar Generation Midwest. We're headquartered in St. Louis. We provide commercial and residential solar installations, both in Missouri and in Illinois. We're fully licensed in both states, and we are doing a lot with the Solar Shines program right now. Also, basically develop solar farms in Illinois, and we're working on that right now. I am also a Navy veteran. I was a former submarine officer, so I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
We are glad to have you. Did I miss anyone? Did we miss anyone? Just want to make sure everybody had an opportunity to introduce themselves. Okay, we will move right on into the program. So just to share a little bit about Ameren, Illinois' energy efficiency program, which is the reason why you all are here. So the program encourages action through education and financial incentives that offset the cost of energy saving upgrades for residential and business customers. The program serves 1.2 million electric and 816,000 natural gas customers. The annual program budget in 2022 is over $122 million. So if you look at the photo on the right, that's a photo of the state of Illinois. Everything in green is Ameren, Illinois service territory. So for those of you who were unaware, as you can see, it's a very vast territory, most of which is rural. There are some pockets of more metropolitan / urban / populated areas, but there is a lot of rural geography there as well. Everything north of that is pretty much ComEd, Chicagoland, and surrounding areas there in the gray. And then a little bit about who Walker Miller Services is. We have our lovely CEO on the right, Carla Walker Miller, founder and CEO. We are a minority and woman-owned energy waste reduction company. We help utilities achieve energy reduction goals in ways that reduce the energy burden on families. We help to create local jobs, as well as diversify the local energy workforce and serve the needs of low and moderate income families with compassion. We are headquartered in Detroit, Michigan. We have offices in Illinois, Ohio, Missouri, and Pennsylvania. Amber and I actually work out of our Southern Illinois area, our office, which is in Collinsville. We are a certified B Corp. So those of you who are familiar with that, that is a very high distinguishing honor to have that certification. And we just in the last, I think it was in the last 6 months, received that certification. So we're very proud of that. The picture at the bottom is what our team looked like about 4.5 years ago when I started. Well, just right at 4 years ago when I started. And we have almost tripled in size since then. So we are growing. We have a lot of exciting work that we're doing with utilities and with companies like yours. So now we're going to distinguish the difference between renewable energy and energy efficiency, because most people, when they think of energy efficiency, they automatically think of solar. So renewable energy is energy from sources that are naturally replenishing. And the energy from these sources can be used to create heat or convert that source into electricity. So things like, of course, solar, hydro, and things like that. So that is not energy efficiency. That is renewable energy, which is also very important. Energy efficiency is the actual, it's the decision or practice of actually using less energy. And of course, using less energy is what reduces your costs. Of course, you use more energy, your costs are going to go up. But energy efficiency are methods and ways to help you actually use and reduce energy. So the LED bulbs, you're still using electricity, but you're using less electricity just by the way the bulb is designed, if that makes sense. So we just wanted to kind of differentiate between renewable energy and energy efficiency, because this is specifically energy efficiency related, not necessarily renewable, although there are oftentimes some renewable opportunities available as well, just not as often or prevalent. So an overview of the Diverse Vendor Procurement Program. This program is specific to Ameren, Illinois, number one, and then secondly, to its energy efficiency program portfolio. And basically what that means is all the energy efficiency programs that Ameren, Illinois offers. So that's the residential programs, that's the small business programs, and then the commercial and industrial programs. All of those programs together make up the portfolio. As part of this program, we identify opportunities to shift spend with diverse vendors such as yourselves. And we have a process for how we do that, which we won't get into a lot of detail. But there are contractors like Walker Miller who spend dollars every day running our programs. And so we look for opportunities to shift those dollars to spend with diverse suppliers. We locate, we vet, and we recommend those businesses who provide the products and services that support the portfolio. This helps to build a pipeline of readily available businesses for those procurement opportunities. And then we work closely with those businesses to provide development and procurement opportunities to help increase capacity and drive revenue growth. So some of the participation criteria that we have developed over just working in this program, some items that are required to even be considered. You must be registered with the Illinois Department of Revenue. This is an Illinois-based program. The dollars that are being spent on this program are dollars paid into the program by Ameren, Illinois' customers. So those are the folks who are receiving electric and gas service from Illinois, are the ones paying for the service and the ones receiving the benefits of these services. So the companies who are providing the services must be registered with the Illinois Department of Revenue. That way we know that you are a tax-paying organization within the state. You also must be be in good standing with the state of Illinois. And to the extent that it's applicable, be able to show proof of insurance and any. Some recommendations is that you have a capability statement. A capability statement is basically just a resume of your business. It tells us who you are, experiences, what your experience is, what your business does, what your next codes are, who maybe some of your customers have been that you've worked with. And it really just gives us an overall quick snapshot view of your business. A website is always helpful, not required, but it is helpful. If you are certified as a diverse business, that is also helpful, but not required. And any references that you have from any work that you've done with customers. So I wanted to share some of the impact that we have had, that this program has had. So some of the results from 20 to 21, Walker Miller located, vetted for legitimate opportunities. And of those 20, 13 of those businesses received contracts or purchase orders with a combined value of just under $600,000. Now, as we know in 2020, that's when COVID hit. Most businesses were either closed or operating at very small capacity. And so to even be able to find and recommend those businesses for those revenue opportunities, we thought was amazing. Looking at 2021, Walker Miller located and vetted 25 businesses to the portfolio. And of those, 10 diverse businesses received contracts and POs with a combined value of almost $1.6 million. So although we recommended a fewer number of businesses, that just shows you that the value of each of those opportunities increased. And it also, I also wanted to share that some of those businesses that were recommended were repeat businesses. So they had already been doing business within the portfolio, but we were able to recommend them for additional opportunities. Some of the benefits of participating in this program, Diverse Vendor Procurement Program, is it helps to increase your revenues. We know that revenues aren't everything, but we also know that they're very important and your business can't operate without them. So increasing your revenues is definitely one of the benefits. It also provides an opportunity to grow in the energy efficiency field. For those of you who are not from this field, it just gives you, it provides an opportunity to really learn more about energy efficiency and how you can transition your business to help support that field. Your business will be added to our diverse vendor procurement database, which Amber will talk about a little bit in more detail later in the presentation. It also provides increased knowledge of EE-related procurement opportunities, which Amber will also touch on a little more in detail here in just a few minutes. Helps you to build capacity. We know that the more business that you get, that you're able to obtain, it not only increases revenues, as we already talked about, but it also helps you to eventually, hopefully, it creates jobs, which allows you to take on more business. Hopefully, when you create those jobs, you're hiring from your local communities, which also drives the economic community impact as well. Access also provides you access to business development resources that we are able to share. And it provides an opportunity to network with energy efficiency industry professionals, which you may not otherwise have had an opportunity to participate in. So I see that some of you have already done this, which we applaud you for getting a head start on this. But for those of you who have not, we're just going to ask you to do a little bit of networking in the chat and provide your name, your business name, what products and or service your business provides, and your contact information so that others who are here participating in the webinar, should they have a need or have a desire to connect with you to maybe partner on a project that they're working on, this provides that networking opportunity. So we're going to take about 45 seconds to allow you an opportunity to do that so that you're not trying to type and listen at the same time. And then I'm going to turn it over to Amber to complete the remainder of the presentation.
Thank you, Erica. Give you a little bit more time to drop your information there and do a quick connect with everybody. I feel like everybody's already in here. Oh, we got a new one. All right, and we will go ahead and move along even as you still drop your information in the chat there. We want to make sure we leave some time for any questions that you may have. All right, so I know Erica spoke to our database. So one of the benefits for diverse businesses, for all of you participating in a webinar session, is being added to Walker Miller's Diverse Business Database. This database houses over 600 diverse-owned vendors, and it really allows our team to internally search and recommend businesses for procurement opportunities directly from that database, and to also externally share it with our exclusive clients that are seeking diverse businesses for procurement needs that they may have. So it's a secure, searchable, web-based platform. It houses hundreds of diverse vendors, contractors, and suppliers, and it really acts as our pipeline of diverse businesses that offer products and services in support of the Ameren, Illinois energy efficiency portfolio. So it is definitely something we look to first when we are looking for diverse-owned businesses to fulfill any kind of procurement needs that come across our desk. So, and again, it's only accessible by Ameren, Illinois energy efficiency contractors and subcontractors. So it's not just something that we're putting out there for everybody to see. It is really curated to those that we work with within the portfolio. So in discussing the diverse vendor procurement program, I'm sure all of you are here and just kind of thinking about wondering what the procurement opportunities look like. So we have some more traditional opportunities that may come along and come to mind first when thinking about energy efficiency, and some non-traditional opportunities as well. So some of those examples of traditional procurement opportunities that first come to mind when mentioning energy efficiency are retail and recycling appliances, engineering and energy efficiency consultation services, direct install measures or DIMS like LEDs, aerators, electrical services and retail, HVAC related services, residential and commercial lighting items and services, as well as smart thermostat retail and services. So those are often the products and services that people think of in energy efficiency. And then we've got some examples of more non-traditional opportunities that don't usually come to mind when people think of participating in the energy efficiency industry and within program procurement, but they're still very much needed and often come across our desks, and we often look for diverse vendors to fulfill these needs. So some of the examples, Walker Miller is a contractor for Ameren, Illinois, and we are in the field and customer homes, et cetera. So we're doing different things. We need all of our vehicles wrapped and equipped with navigation equipment for field team members. We need equipment rentals, food, beverage, things are opening back up. And we know that in the past we have had to locate, vet, and recommend various vendors for events that Ameren, Illinois hosts throughout the year. And their portfolio partners, we have had food vendors, face painting, things that would not even come to mind. We order branded apparel often for team members, especially those in the field. And as COVID restrictions are lifting, our clients may have additional apparel and promo item needs as well. Marketing and advertising, print media and print and digital collateral. There's a lot of marketing that takes place within the portfolio. So there's a lot of printing needs and advertising needs. Office startups like furniture, cleaning supplies, or actual cleaners for offices and buildings. Printers, things like water coolers, pest control, everything that would support an office that is working, and housing all of the employees and team members within the portfolio and within those programs. And then, of course, other promotional products like giveaways and items that may be handed out at events. So a high-level overview of what the procurement process looks like. We collect information from our clients and we analyze it to identify any opportunities. Once we've identified those opportunities, we first search and look to our diverse database to see if there are any vendors that are capable of fulfilling that opportunity. If we don't have any vendors that are in our database, or we need some additional vendors to vet for that opportunity, we conduct additional research to locate them. We then proceed through our vetting process with the vendors while also reviewing contract requirements needed for those vendors to fit and fulfill the opportunity. Once we have identified a vendor or vendors that could potentially fulfill the opportunity, we move to recommend them to the client and coordinate an introductory meeting. After that introductory meeting, the client will determine whether the vendor is a good fit or not. If they are a good fit, then they would move forward to potentially offer a contract. If the client determines that the vendor is not necessarily a good fit, then we just begin our process over again and we look for those additional diverse vendors. So our team stays involved throughout this process. And even when the contract is awarded, we will stay involved as much or as little as needed by the client and or the vendor. And we like to just check in, see how things are going, see if either end has any needs from our team and how we can help. So that is just a quick overview. Now I'm going to hand it over to Katie Miller, with Leidos, and she is going to discuss the energy efficiency contracting process a little more in depth with you. Katie?
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. As Amber just said, and I just want to echo what Amber said, because sometimes, the portfolio needs things that you would never think. It's not just light bulbs or, implementation services. There is a very broad scope of things that we need. So I did just want to echo what Amber said there. So as I introduced myself before, my name is Katie Miller. I am the Director of Portfolio Operations and Strategic Initiatives at Leidos. We're the prime implementer for the Ameren, Illinois energy efficiency programs. And I handle all the procurement and contracting processes between our partners, Leidos Corporate and Ameren, Illinois. So I'm speaking with you today because what we at the program have learned is that the implementation of diverse and local vendors is really the cornerstone of the portfolio's growth, and it's important that we provide the equity needed for these businesses, which is why we work really closely with Walker Miller to implement the vendors they recommend into the portfolio. I can tell you that once you're contracted, our program managers, marketing team, and other team members will work with you to enhance your scope and in turn increase your purchase order and your business. So taking away with some of the lessons that we've learned, one of the key factors we recognized is that in order for diverse vendors to feel comfortable, which is you folks, on bidding with current efforts, it's important that you know kind of how that whole process works with procurement. As I'll explain here in just a minute, it's not as hard to work with the portfolio as you may think. So my hope for today as you leave is that you leave with some knowledge that will allow you to partner with us in the future. So in total, the subcontracting process takes about 2 weeks to a month to complete. This, of course, is solely, solely dependent on the communication of both parties and that the documents are received back in a timely manner. So once a business or vendor has been selected, the following will take place. So a proposal or quote will be requested for the services from the partner. Typically for any effort where you'll be completing implementation work, we'll ask for a proposal that contains a time and materials rate table for your team members, along with the description of the type of services you're providing, or maybe a milestone proposal that identifies the services you'll be providing, but instead of a rate table, you'll basically identify when you'll receive payment once the task is complete. There's also a fixed price subcontract, and that essentially is just getting payment for one scope or one task for completion. So if we're purchasing goods or products from you, a quote will be requested for the number of those items, the price per item, and any other costs that are involved. And that request will come whether it is for a milestone proposal, a time and materials, or a quote for products. The request will come from a Leidos program manager, myself, or Ameren, Illinois. So once we get that, then the next step in the process is I send that to our Leidos subcontract administrator. His name is Todd Coleman, and he will reach out to the partner for registration in the Leidos system. So this is important because that process can take a few days. And when doing that, the partner will provide their bank account information for payment and some additional standard procurement details, point of contact information, and those kinds of things so that we have it. So the next part is a statement of work or a purchase order agreement is then compiled by Leidos based on your proposal or quote on a standard template, and it's tailored to what you're doing. It's tailored to that. So a statement of work will be needed all the time for any kind of implementation of services. And then a purchase order, as I said before, for procurement of products, kits, subscriptions, that kind of stuff. So for the next step in the process, Leidos will compile what's called a subcontract agreement. And that subcontract agreement documentation for the new work will be sent to all of the partner points of contacts. And in that subcontractor package or subcontract package, apologies, there will be your statement of work or purchase order. And then if it is a statement of work, we'll also have a Leidos subcontract document, and that just contains some terms and conditions for the subcontract agreement. And then because Leidos is the prime implementer for Ameren, Illinois, we will also send any applicable Ameren, Illinois flow down terms and conditions, which are Ameren, Illinois requirements that are in our Leidos Ameren, Illinois contract. Those could be things like cybersecurity, general insurance, those kinds of things. And then in addition to that, we'll also send some additional attachments that may be required depending on what you're doing for us. There's a Powered by Diversity guide, which will explain any diverse or nonprofit reporting requirements and also, if needed, enhanced cybersecurity terms. If there's any kind of data that's being transmitted or you're going to receive any customer information or PII, personal identifiable information, we will also send a data mapping questionnaire that once is filled out will map the transmission of any data exchange or storage if there's PII in your scope. So once you receive that package, you're going to go through all those documents and you're going to provide comments and red lines back to Leidos, and then our program team will review. If we need to, that is not a problem. We'll schedule a meeting with the partner and we can discuss any comments or red lines to those agreements so we can make sure that we have an agreement between both parties. I know this seems overwhelming at first, and it may sound overwhelming even as I'm talking about it, and I do this on a daily basis, but Leidos will work with each partner on a case-by-case basis to remove any language that isn't applicable to your statement of work. We can take exceptions to some of the terms and conditions if we receive approval from Ameren, Illinois. Some other things we can take exceptions on is maybe a reduction in net terms. We can get that approval from Leidos. If you have, only a certain amount of cybersecurity insurance, we can assume some risk of that cyber. So we really can help you as you're working through this process. And then if you did have to have a data mapping questionnaire, we're also going to submit that to Ameren Data Governance at the same time, so those processes are working together. And they're basically just going to say that your data transmission processes are safe. And then we'll be able to allow you to transmit data or to store data. So once that whole process is done, Ameren, Illinois will review and approve the subcontract or purchase order and any additional documentation. And then Todd will send that documentation to the partner for execution, which is signature. We're not just going to stop there, though, and that's really important for you to understand. Once the subcontract agreement is executed, the program team is going to contact the partner and provide an invitation for the next portfolio quarterly onboarding training. We'll also provide training and access to the energy efficiency portal where all of our invoicing and reporting is submitted. We have plug-and-play templates. We have all kinds of directions and recorded trainings for the energy efficiency portal and everything that you're going to do once you're contracted. I also will do personal one-on-one trainings with any partner that needs just a little extra help. So we understand that the process might be a little overwhelming at first, but I can tell you firsthand that we are able and we are here to help you every step of the way. I encourage questions as you move through the process, as this may be new to some of you. And both Todd Coleman and I can be available to answer.
363-1772. I've had too many incidents where people.
I'm sorry, can everybody go on mute, please?
And having health issues or dead. Please let me know what's going on. Thank you.
Mr. Light, if you could please go on mute.
It's okay, Erica. I was almost done. My main thing here is if you have any questions at all, you need anything that you need a little bit more explanation on, please don't hesitate to contact me. Erica will have my contact information at the end. Walker Miller's great. They also can answer several questions. We just really want to help partners on board and get into the portfolio and really start making a difference and being able to create that impact. So thank you for having me today to Walker Miller. Thank you to all of the partners and businesses on the phone. And I will turn it back over to you, Amber.
Thank you, Katie. All right. So moving right along. So we work with obviously diverse vendors every day. We match them with different opportunities. And we really love the success stories that come from those that do end up with a contract or an opportunity that a client takes them on for. So what we did for our first webinar that was in April was ask 2 of those vendors to come speak about their experience, their success in the diverse vendor procurement program and our process. So I'm going to go ahead and share. They weren't able to be here today, so we have recorded them. We're going to share the recordings. And first we've got Cork Tree Creative. I'm going to play this video and you'll be able to hear their experience and them share a little bit more about how it has gone for them.
Is the sound not playing through?
Is it not?
Mm-mm.
You all can't hear. Oh no. Let me see if there's, let's see. Oh, let me try one more time here.
Good morning.
Can you hear now?
Cork Tree is a small owned full service marketing firm in Edwardsville, Illinois. We've been women-owned certified since 2016, but it wasn't until about 2 years ago when we were introduced to Walker Miller that we actually got our first diverse vendor contract with Leidos and Ameren, Illinois for their energy efficiency program. Since that time, we've been working with them for their on the Good News Connect, which is a program that Ameren, Illinois energy efficiency does to kind of tout the good news that its businesses and residents and everyone they serve. We help them tell those stories. So we package up communications pieces for them for those specific case studies that they get from the field. And then since that time, we've also expanded our contract with Ameren, and now we're doing more on the social media advertising and consulting side. And I think we're also in the run for some videography and photography services as well. So Walker Miller's help in securing this contract has been huge for us because not only was it our first vendor, diverse vendor contract, but they helped us kind of usher us through the process and get us on the right track. And this has helped us build our portfolio and show that, even though we're a small marketing agency, we can do big things for bigger companies. So our portfolio has grown tremendously. We're now in the process of also getting veteran-owned certified. So we're looking to expand, our certifications and kind of grow in this area. So we're super grateful. We've also had check-ins with Walker Miller over the years. So they check in with us periodically and just make sure that, we don't have any changes in our business like the one I just mentioned about being certified as veteran-owned. But they also have brought other opportunities to us as well. So we're super grateful, and the process has been seamless. And I'm also available if anyone wants to talk about our experience and how great it's been for our business. Thank you.
So we just wanted to pause here for just a moment because we see that it is 12 o'clock. I think we underestimated the amount of time that it would take to go through the introductions in the beginning, although we don't regret doing that. We do want to be respectful of your time. We are going to be sharing the recording of this. If you would like to hop off, we know that you all are busy folks, and we did not plan to keep you any longer than 12 o'clock. But we also are excited that we have as many of you on as we do. So that the introductions part of the agenda just took longer than we had planned for. We probably have about 10 or 15 more minutes. So for those of you who are able, feel free to stay on and we will finish the remainder of the presentation. For those of you that do have to hop, we are so glad that you came. We appreciate you. We will be sharing the slide deck as well as the recording to the entire group by the end of the week. And so we thank you again, and we will go ahead and continue.
Thank you, Erica. And just in case you have to help, we are also going to be circulating a post-webinar survey to just gain some information, see who's interested in opportunities and being added to the database. So I just wanted to give you a heads up if you do have to hop off. It looks like we have a question. Eva Renee?
Yes, I am here. I do a lot of work with Africa, and I know that this is beyond Illinois, but I do know that Illinois is doing some type of exporting to Nigeria. Who would be the person that I talk to about possibly taking your company or some of the services to Nigeria? They basically use generators. And, you know, I know this is far from probably what you guys are talking about or what not doing, but I really don't want to do a whole lot of generators. I think it's better for the people to have some type of energy supply. And right now they don't have that. Very minimum amount of people have that. So is there a way that you could email me and let me know if there's a contact person I can talk to, or it's just something that your company's not interested in doing?
I think we'll maybe connect with you offline because I need to better understand what program you're referring to be able to even answer your question. So if you have not already, if you could drop your contact information in the chat. I'm pretty sure we have your email, but make sure to include your phone number.
Yeah.
And we will.
I have all of that.
Okay. Well, if it's in the chat, we'll give you a call and have that discussion because I'm sorry, I can't answer your question because I'm not familiar with what you're referring to.
Okay. Well, Illinois. Okay. We'll talk then.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Good morning. Quirktree is
All right. And then we've got our Alegna and Technoformers experience to share as well. So I will play that video right now.
Hello, how you doing, Amber?
Hi. All right, I'll hand it over to you.
Yes, so Alegna Incorporated, we were established in 2016. We're a wholesale pricing for technical, industrial, and tactical, and also sports and energy efficiency products. So we have a quite extensive product line. We're located in Central Illinois. We also have multiple GSA schedules, and we also co-partner with Technoformers, which is located in the Washington, D.C. and Maryland area. And so their DBA, they do business on their e-commerce website as pricecloser.com. And so we're getting into the commercial and the private and also government sector. So we're all in those areas. And so Alegna's, our experience with Alegna We provided energy efficiency products in 2021. We began working with Walker Miller, Leidos, and Amaron to provide Energy Star AC units. And we got the opportunity from 2019 to 2021. We provided for their customers, which were like the housing authorities. We were drop ship AC units in which they would have contractors to install. We provided the AC units for them. What we are most proud of with working with Walker Miller during the pandemic, 2019 to 2021, we were successful in increasing our commercial output and the private output besides just doing government contracts. And so we were able to increase our productivity in the Central Illinois area due to their assistance. We are Hub Zone, and we also are a WOSB company as well, and we also certified with the Illinois state of Illinois. So that's it. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions in the future, and we're here to assist. And we are proud of just working with the energy efficiency side of
so that
business.
was two
Thank
of
you.
our vendors that we've worked with in the past and that continue to provide products and or services in support of the energy efficiency portfolio. So if you are interested in reaching out to them, obviously they aren't physically here today. We're happy to share their contact information. They're happy to engage with you and answer any questions that you may have about their experience. All right. So we just wanted to provide a little bit of an overview of RFPs versus POs. So just as an FYI, there are two type processes. One is the PO process that Katie walked us through earlier, and the second is the RFP process. So I'm sure you all are familiar or may not be familiar with the term RFP or request for proposal. And we just really wanted to highlight some things with employees or your capacity, a company overview, possibly financials, your demonstrated success and ability, and references. Some things that are recommended or encouraged to have in the RFP process and what those best practices look like is, and to establish relationships with supplier diversity or other team members and keep in regular contact with them regarding opportunities just to stay visible, and choosing a company spokesperson wisely, someone professional and courteous, someone that's engaging, answers any questions about your company or your business thoroughly. Be agile and flexible with the ability and willingness to change and pivot as needed. I think the best example of when that was really pivotal was when COVID happened, and a lot of businesses had to pivot as a result and really meet their clients and customers, where they were at the time to ensure that they still had business opportunities. Ask questions throughout the RFP process. The Ameren, Illinois team is very open to this, and they strongly encourage questions throughout the process, so they're happy to answer them. And just remember to always respond timely and accurately. So at times, Walker Miller is pulled into that RFP process for energy efficiency opportunities that match the work that we do. So we may get an email or a communication requesting some recommended diverse vendors that may be interested in responding to that RFP. So of course, we're going to look for our diverse database first, and then we're going to search outside of that for any diverse businesses that may be interested. A good example is just a couple of months ago in March, we were asked to identify and recommend diverse vendors for 2 major RFP opportunities, carbon-free assessments and street lighting projects. So, you know, these opportunities aren't necessarily the typical non-traditional procurement opportunities we may see, but it's something that we've worked with the Ameren, Illinois team and Leidos on being sure to keep Walker Miller in the loop and really engage with the diverse businesses we work with and be more inclusive to diverse businesses within this space. So some of the current procurement opportunity needs that we have identified and are actively seeking new diverse suppliers for are marketing and advertising. So for this opportunity, particularly there would be ads provided to the vendor, and those need to be submitted to the directed channel. So that's just a really quick overview of what the opportunity looks like. Office supplies. We're looking for an office supply vendor that can provide shipping to multiple addresses, has access to various types of supplies, and has different types of timeline turnarounds for, you know, quick shipping for those clients that may need some quick shipping options. Direct install measures or DIMS, a vendor that can supply things like LED bulbs, energy efficient shower and faucet aerators, smart thermostats, pipe insulation, and smart power strips. IT hardware, a vendor that can supply items such as monitors, laptops, keyboards, HDMI cables, inboxes. And then printing, we're currently looking for a very specific location for a printer, but they don't have to be if they've got some capabilities to get printed items to this area. But we're looking for a vendor located in or around the Bloomington, Illinois area so that field team members and other team members are able to come pick up items in person. Sometimes it may be same day, other times there's a good lead, so it may be just a couple of weeks. So they do try to provide whatever the order is in advance if they're able to. So that's currently some of those procurement opportunities. And then we also have a current RFP opportunity, the carbon-free assessments. So just a little bit of background. New Illinois state legislation requires all Illinois utilities to design a public school carbon-free assessment program that requires contractors to perform the assessment. This includes the comprehensive of the following carbon-free assessments: energy efficiency, savings opportunities, on-site solar energy potential, infrastructure required to support the electrification of the facility's space heating, water heating, and transportation needs, the investments required to achieve WELL or similar certification. So this RFP opportunity is anticipated in Q4 of this year, but we really wanted to be able to share it during the webinar today, just to kind of get a lead on anybody that may be interested. And then we have another RFP opportunity coming as well. And as soon as we have those details, we do plan on circulating that information. Right. Questions. I know we were a lot of information. Hopefully you found it appropriately. Does anybody have any questions? I don't see any hands raised. Oh, I see one in the chat though. Does Ameren work with firms interested in create opportunities? Is create an acronym for something, John? Oh, you're muted, John. John, you're on mute. John, you're on mute. Let's see.
Unmute. There we go. Okay. Yes. Create is the conglomerate of railroads in Chicago. Amtrak, Union Pacific, CSX, they all the freight and passenger service create. And it's headquartered in Illinois, and understand that they are looking for small business contractors.
Well, thank you for that information. It's not something that I have ever heard of. I'm not sure if Erica has, so we would just have to do a little bit of background and connect with you offline more about that program. First time I'm hearing of it, so thank you for sharing. Did anybody else? All right. Just a quick capture of the webinar schedule. All of the webinars do contain the same information. There may be some additional opportunities that we post as those become available and relevant. The next webinar is August 24th at 3:30 p.m. So if you know a diverse-owned business that would like to participate or would find this information valuable, please let them know that they can connect with us at DEI Outreach at wmenergy.com. We are happy to have all that would like to participate on.
And I will add those times are Central Standard Time. We probably should add that to the as a asterisk to the slide. So we'll do that. But those are Central Standard Times.
Thank you for that, Erica. And just a little bit of follow-up on next steps. So we are going to be circulating a post-webinar survey to everybody that attended today. This survey allows us to assess any interest in being added to the diverse database for our Ameren, Illinois clients and for Walker Miller themselves. Anybody that's interested in participating as a diverse vendor in Ameren, Illinois energy efficiency program opportunities, for example, like what we mentioned prior, if you would like us to reach out to you in the event that there's an opportunity that may fit the products or services that you and your company provide, any interest in future educational opportunities, and then just to gauge your feedback on our webinar session, if there's anything that would have been valuable to include during the webinar and things like that. So we're going to circulate that by tomorrow, and we just hope to hear all of your feedback. All right. And here is contact information for Erica and myself. And we just really want to thank you for your time today. We know we went over by 19 minutes now. We want to be so respectful of your time. And we will be circulating the webinar after this, the slide deck. We've also got an appendix attached to this with some resources. So I'll just kind of zoom through that really quickly. We've got 3 different slides, I believe. One for workforce development resources, one for small business resources, including different kind of non-traditional financing, one with business development resources as well, and one with diverse certification resources if you're interested in becoming a certified business or just learning more about it and the benefits of that. All right, so does anybody have any questions or anything before we conclude? No, I'm not hearing any. I don't see any hands raised, and I don't see anything else in the chat. So thank you so much, everyone, for your time today. We really appreciate you joining us. And I'll let Erica speak. It looks like she has a little...
Just going to say thank you. Same thing Amber said. We just want to thank you. We're super appreciative of you taking the time out of your busy schedules to come and spend now an hour and 20 minutes with us. Some of you were even on in the waiting room waiting for us to get started. So we know your time is valuable, and we definitely respect that. We appreciate you. If you know of any other business that you think this would be valuable for, please let them know about it. And hopefully we'll see them in August. If you have any questions, you have our contact information, and we'd be happy to connect with you after this. We will be sharing the recording, which will have all of the information from the chat included in the recording. So you all will have the contact information for those who included it in the chat as well. So thank you all so much, and we will go ahead and conclude. Have a great day and a great weekend.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.